Hey everybody, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to learn a new stitch pattern, and it's a beautiful one. This is called the Snapdragon Shells pattern, and what you'll need to do is chain in multiples of 7. Once you have that done, you'll add 6 to your base chain. So what I did is 3 multiples of 7. That gave me 21, so then I added 6, so I have 27 total. And just a 4-weight yarn and a 5mm hook is what I'm using. So what we're going to do is build our foundation row first, and you want to double crochet in the 4th from your hook. And then what you're going to do is double crochet in the next chain. Okay. Then you're going to skip 2 stitches or 2 chains, and then you're going to do 5 double crochet shell in the next stitch. So skip 2 and work a shell of 5 doubles in the next. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You want to skip 2 and double crochet in the next 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, so now what you're going to do is work that across. You want to skip the next 2 chains and work a shell in the next. So 5 doubles in the next. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're going to skip 2 and double crochet in the next 2. Okay, and again you'll skip 2, work your shell in the next. So there's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you're going to skip 2 and you're going to double crochet into the next 2, and then you'll also double crochet into the last chain. So that will be 3 double crochet in the end. Okay, so that's what we will have for our foundation row. So now you want to turn, and for row 1 we're going to chain up 3, which is going to count as a double crochet. You'll skip the first double crochet, and what you want to do is 5 double crochet between the next 2 double crochet. So you're skipping this one, and in between here you're going to work a shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and now what you want to do is double crochet in the space before and double crochet in the space after the center double crochet of the next shell. So here's your center double crochet. You have 5. You want to find your center one, and you're going to work in the spaces again. So double crochet in that space before and double crochet in the space after the center double crochet. Okay, so very simple. You find the 3rd double crochet of the shell and work in the space before and the space after. Okay, and now you want to double crochet between the next 2 double crochet. So you're going to make, actually you're going to make a shell, 5 double crochet right here. So 5 doubles in the space, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And again, find your middle double crochet of that next shell, work in the space, work a double crochet in that space before this stitch, and in the space after. And you're working that across. So now in the next 2 double crochet that stand alone, you want to work a shell in between the 2 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and on our last shell, you're going to find the 3rd one and work in the space before with a double, and the space after with a double. And now what you want to do is you're going to do 5 double crochet, which is your shell, between the next 2 or the last 2 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now you want to double crochet into the top of that turning chain. Okay, and that's what we're going to have for the end of round 1. Now row 2, you'll chain up 3, and that is a double crochet. And now you're going to double crochet in the space before and after the center double crochet of the next shell. Again, find that 3rd one, work in the space before and the space after. Then you want to do your shell between the next 2 double crochet of this group. The next 2 double crochet, work that shell of 5 doubles. Three, 4, and 5. Okay, and now you're going to work that across. So your next shell here, find the middle double crochet and work a double crochet before it and after it. And then you're going to make your next shell between the next 2 double crochet. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, now our next shell, find that 3rd one and work in front and back of that 3rd stitch with a double crochet. And now make your next shell in between the next 2 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Alright, and here at the last shell, find the 3rd double crochet again and double crochet before it and after it. And then you're going to double into the turning chain. And now for the remainder of this stitch pattern, you're just going to repeat rows 1 and row 2, and you're just going to alternate. And that's all there is to it. Basically, the difference between the 2 rows is the very first startup stitch, which is very minor. And that's all there is to this beautiful Snapdragon shells from the Complete Photo Guide to Crochet. So this is a very, very beautiful pattern. This would make a very beautiful cowl pattern, or You can work it up into a shawl, a wrap. It would make a beautiful baby's afghan. Again, another beautiful stitch to work up. So just make this as long as you want it. And this one, in my opinion, I would keep this one in a solid color, or if you have a variegated yarn that changes color slowly, this would be very beautiful in it. As far as those of you that are always asking me about what borders I would do with what stitches, I will say that now in this tutorial. If I'm working with a stitch like this that is very busy, which in other words has a lot going on in the pattern itself, not so many different types of stitches, but really busy in the texture, I usually go for a more simple, calm border, like either a single crochet, maybe a crab stitch, maybe a herringbone, something that's very simple. And in this case, with this stitch pattern, I would go with a more simple border for one like this, because this is a busy pattern. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this stitch, and don't forget to show Miss Margaret some love and get her awesomely awesome books that she has to offer out there. So again, enjoy, and see you on the next video. Happy hooking!